Hey, y'all, sorry. I got kind of caught up over here just sitting here diamond painting. Didn't even realize what time it was. Um, Last time I looked at the clock, it was 6 o'clock. Been busy today. I've been busy getting things cleaned up around here a little bit and taking care of a little bit of exterminating. And so I finally sat down to diamond paint at about 6 and just lost track of time. How y'all doing? Oh, there's only two of you. Hello. Hello, all two people. Hey, Dreamer. Yeah, I had some work to do today, so kind of lost track of time. Hey, Terry. I was talked last week about the flea problem we ended up having here. I think I brought some home from work. I did a flea treatment at a customer's house. I think I brought some home from work. The cats had them really bad, and they were in the carpet, I think, because the cats wouldn't even sit on the carpet anymore. They were all finding things to sit up on off the floor. So today I went out to my truck and I grabbed some of the stuff we use for flea treatments, and I did my entire floor in the living room. I had to lock the cats in the bathroom for the entire day, pretty much. Um, did the entire floor. I had to wait 4 hours to vacuum it. I had to wait 4 hours before they could let them out because it's highly toxic to cats. Like everything in the world is highly toxic to cats. Um, So while I was waiting, I ran to PetSmart and I picked up some flea collars and I picked up some flea treatment for them. And I treated them and gave them flea collars while they were in the bathroom. And they just recently got let out. And I can tell the difference already. Hank is not trying to sit up on top of everything, he's on the floor being happy. Plus, my apartment got vacuumed for the first time in forever today. So that's a plus. Oh, bed bugs are horrible, dreamer. Um, for me, though, they're not. I mean, I don't want them in my house, but um, for me, bed bugs are money. Like I just an apartment complex I go to down in Demopolis had me do an inspection, and I found some in one of the apartments down there. And $3,500 sale for me, and I get a quarter of that. I'll take it. Getting rid of them on your own, dreamer, is hard. It's not damn near impossible. Um, our company, we go out and we have several different chemicals that we use strictly for bed bugs. We treat everything: carpet, bedding, mattresses, box springs. We treat everything in the room. In fact, all the carpets in the house get treated, all the couches, everything, with two or three different kinds of chemicals. And then we have these special mattress bags, basically, that we put on the mattresses. And we fog the inside of it before we zip it up with special chemical. And then we have to come back in 8 to 10 days and retreat again. But like I said, we have specialized chemicals for it, and we're able to get rid of them a lot more quickly. But doing it on your own from home with the stuff you can buy in the store, oh man, I wouldn't even want to try it. Well, the birds have to be, when we do a bed bug treatment, everybody has to leave the house for the day. Nobody's allowed to be there but us. We wear respirators. Um, so by the time we get done and you're able to come back in, there's nothing there that'll harm people, animal, birds, or anything. But the process of doing so releases things into the air that need time to settle out and dry up before you can bring plants or animals or people back in. So, yeah, there's some of the stuff that I use at work, even the outside spray that I use at work to spray around the outside of a house. If they have birds in cages on the front porch, I don't go anywhere near the front porch. Like, I won't even spray the perimeter of the front porch if they've got, birds in cages out in the front. So I had an interesting week, y'all. I ended up having to work yesterday for no good reason whatsoever, just because the boss was pissed off at everybody and took it out on all of us because of a couple of people. I ended up having to work yesterday, which I guess it put me a little bit more ahead than what I already was. I already had it so that basically the 30th, I didn't have anything scheduled to have to do. So add an extra day into that. Now I've probably, who knows? It kind of drove me nuts that I ended up having to work yesterday. Thursday, I was doing a customer's house outside. There was a pillar. The house is up on stilts. It's out near the river. It's like a gated community. All the houses are up on, they're up on pillars. And this customer had concrete block pillars holding his entire house up all the way around. And over in one corner, there was a pillar there. It had the two floorboards were resting on top of it on the corner there. And it was like a gap in the middle, and there was an old bird's nest up in there, which we do a thing called Webster service, which is, it's a long telescoping, looks like a chimney sweep's broom. Really long, skinny thing with a rounded broom head on top. It's almost like a koosh ball on the top of it. And y'all remember those koosh balls? And we knocked down cobwebs and wasp nests and things like that from up on the eaves of the houses. Well, I saw this old bird's nest. I figured, I'll get it out of there with this. I'll knock it down out of there. No birds in it. So reaching up there and trying to get this bird's nest out, and it's like, it doesn't want to come out, but I keep hearing this noise inside this pillar. And it sounds like air rushing out of it, like there's an air vent pipe or something inside this pillar, and it's pushing air out through it. Like, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. And the more I kept messing with the bird's nest up there, the louder it got. And then I'd stop and the noise would die down some. Next thing I know, I look up and about 20 angry bumblebees come flying up out of a pillar and start swarming around it. And next thing you know, I felt it right on my shoulder, just inside my shirt. It got me. I took off, knocked my glasses off my face. Now the rocks, the house is surrounded by like pea gravel, really deep pea gravel. On the ground there. And you know how hard it is to run in pea gravel? So I'm running and swatting, and I dropped my pole thing, knocked my glasses off my face into the pea gravel, ended up tripping and falling into it. Got up and got far enough away that the bees weren't coming after me anymore. My shoulder's on fire. I'm looking for my glasses. I can't find them because they're blending in really well. I go walking back over, kind of retracing my steps a little bit, and go walking back over to try to retrieve my pole. And another bee comes flying out and zips towards me. I, swatted him out of the way and ran back again over to where I'd stopped before. And I'm like, man, this sucks. So yeah, I got stung on Thursday. Hi, Linda. Linda number 2. There's 2 Lindas in here now. But yeah, it only hurt for a few minutes because it was just a bumblebee. It wasn't a carpenter bee because carpenter bees don't sting. Carpenter bees do not have stingers. Only the queen has a stinger. But carpenter bees are often mistaken for bumblebees. People call them that, but they're just a big bee that lives in wood. These were bumblebees. They were just a bigger version of honeybees. Yeah, he banged me pretty good up here on my shoulder. But one thing I've never had a bee sting do is actually like really bruised up. Maybe I can get it on the video here. Maybe you can see it. Yeah, it like bruised it up all around there really good. And I'm not exactly sure. I've never had that happen before. Turn 65 tomorrow. Well, happy birthday. So, yeah, it was an interesting week. Other than that, it's just been get up, go to work, come home, get up, go to work, come home, get up, go to work, come home. Um, that's all I've done. Yeah, boring life here, y'all. I did get the big massive hole in the bathroom ceiling fixed this week. They came on Thursday and fixed it while I was at work. Came home and you couldn't even tell that there was ever a hole there. They did such a good job cleaning it up and fixing it up. So I now have a complete bathroom again, and it's all clean in there for the first time in forever. And as you can see, I've gotten quite a bit done there. I'm on my fourth. I'm almost 50 centimeters across here. So now next I'll start working up and across again like that till I get 1, 2, 3, 4 sections up done. I'll have a 50 by 40. Then I'll move over here, do 50 by 40 over here on that way. And then I can pull it back down again. So this is actually, I'm just past 1/4 of the way done. The rest of it is down here, folded up under the desk. You can kind of see where my hands are there. It rolls up under the desk. I've already sealed that part, but there's already drills starting to come off of it right here, especially right here on where it rolls under. I'm kind of hoping it doesn't do too much damage there. And the reason why is because the light pad sticks up off the desk a little ways, and then it drops down to the desk right here. So what I did was I put a piece of plywood in there, but the plywood is actually slightly taller than the light pad is, and so it's creating a little hump there. And as it rolls under, it's kind of folding on that hump a little bit, and it's causing drills to do weird things. So what I'll have to do is work this all the way through, and then when I get done, I'll have to go back and just kind of touch up. I have to lay it out flat on the floor or something like that, keep the cats off of it. But lay it out flat on the floor or something, or on a hard surface somewhere, and just touch up all of the drills that get messed up in the process. I mean, that's really all I can do. And then I probably will lay it out on the floor, maybe outside, and I'll take I've been using, I'll tell you what really works as a sealant, a sealer. You can buy it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's in the painting section. It's oil painters use it. It's just gloss varnish. It's really liquidy. It's kind of like it's really watery and liquidy, but it works really, really well, and it gets down in between the drills, which is the purpose of sealing anyway. The sealing isn't meant to put things over top of the drills. It's meant to get stuff down in between them and have them, bond them together and bond them to the adhesive even better. And that way, when eventually the adhesive turns brittle, it's going to, at some point down the road, years in the future, your adhesive is going to turn brittle like the little dots on a photo album page. And your drills are going to start falling off if you don't. So that's why I seal. But yeah, this stuff here is cheap and affordable. It goes a long way. A little goes a long way with it. I use one of the the foam sponge paintbrushes. Use one of those to do it and spread it out. Looks really good. Has a great Has a great gloss finish to it. You can kind of see right here is the top, right there where my finger is now. From here down is the stuff I did before. Well, you can see from right here down. And you can kind of see it's got a nice gloss finish to it right there. And it's got a good seal. All right, Nana sent you a birthday gift. Nana gives the best birthday gifts. My birthday is in August. So I still got a couple months left. Actually, what is today's date? This. My birthday is 2 months from yesterday. Now, Dreamer, you know Nana long enough, just like I have. You ain't going to stop her from doing something she wants to do. You are not going to stop Nana from doing something she wants to do. So just, you kind of got to let her do her thing. June 18th. Wow, man, this year has flown by. My daughter's birthday was last week. Well, my daughter's birthday was 5 days ago. What is that? Oh, that doesn't go there. That's one of the ones that fell off the pin a little while ago. It just happened to fall off right perfectly on a square. Yeah, my daughter's birthday was the 13th of June, so 5 days ago. And my son's birthday is this upcoming week, the 25th of June. Then I don't have any more birthdays until December, and that is my other daughter's birthday. Hers is December 1st. She was born the day before I graduated from college. The day before my college graduation, I was at the hospital witnessing the birth of my 4th child. In fact, she even got to come home. She was so healthy, she got to come home the day I graduated. So she actually came to my college graduation at a day old. I'll never forget that. Had 4, Dreamer. That was the last one. It was the 4th one. I had Wayne first. He was June 25th. And then Charity was June 13th, which a year later, or not even a year later, 11 months and so many days. They weren't a full year apart. She was born on my 2nd wedding anniversary. Wayne was born just after my first anniversary. And then we had one in Joey was the 3rd one. He was born in February. And then Shauna was born in December. December 1998. December 1st, because I graduated December 2nd, 98. Hold on a second, y'all. Give me a second. I know what happened. I did not post it in my group that I was going live today, which everybody should know that already. All right. All right, that's posting. Go to my groups. All right, there we go. This looks so good now. Even the camera's not picking up how good this looks. I mean, this really needs to be stood back from quite a distance. It's so big that it needs to be across the room, like way across the room for it to look right. But the pictures I have are just outstanding. They're this looks beautiful in person. The colors are just amazing. That yellow is so brilliant. It looks exactly the way it should in the pictures. Oh, it's perfect. And I'm glad now that I'm actually getting up into the, you can kind of see it in the shadows there. I'm getting up into the actual towers of the castle and stuff now instead of just all that blue water at the bottom. I love blue. It's my favorite color, but when you work on the same 10 shades of blue for 5 months, you kind of get tired of it. Hopefully, this 100 by 40 section here will not take 5 months. I may be, wishful thinking, but hopefully it won't. God, I need to find something to eat. I haven't even ate today yet. I'll eat after I go live. I did that last week. I got done with my live last week, and I kind of figured since I had slept most of the afternoon and most of the morning that I would probably just stay up all night. So I got done with the live, and I went out and cooked myself some bacon and eggs and toast and had me some breakfast for midnight snack dinner, and promptly fell asleep in my chair after I ate and woke up when my alarm went off for Monday morning. So I literally, every bit of sleep I got on last Sunday was in my chair here. And this ain't no recliner. It's a regular office chair. My neck hurts so bad. So picking little bits and pieces of dirt out of my diamond painting where the cats get up here and track dirt onto it. The hair is bad enough. The hair I can deal with. Little pieces of dirt. Yeah, there we go. See, little pieces of dirt get on there, and then the drill sits on top of them, and it doesn't seat down very well. Got some hair there that just, I pulled a piece of hair up and it pulled up the drill next. It was running underneath the drills over here, and it actually pulled the drill up with it. There we go. Okay, Dreamer. All right, y'all, there's 5 of you, and the only name I see coming up on there is Dreamer. I like talking to my people. Not just one, but all of you. Don't be scared, I don't bite. Did y'all do anything special this week? Nobody? Hello? Y'all, have y'all seen the new Firefly tray? The Traveler? Oh my gosh, I want one. I want one, but they're like $72. I can't quite afford one. But that is a nice tray. I still want to buy one of the switches because those look really neat. They have a little flip open spout. That is an innovative idea. I love it. I'll tell you, Matt and Emily never cease to amaze me with the things they come up with. But I'm going to get one because I want to get my lid customized. I want to have something like my logo put on the lid. I think that would look good. Oh, and y'all, I've got to put it in my group, but somebody who bought the 32-ounce water bottle off of my merch site sent me a video of the bottle and what it looks like. And the exact words were, "You should be proud." And it looks great. And the video she sent, it does. It looks amazing. Stainless steel, 32-ounce water bottle with my channel logo on it. And the printing looks amazing. In fact, that little Diamond Dave made out of diamonds printed on there has this 3D effect that looks just spectacular. I'll have to post the video she sent me in the group because I'm just blown away with it. So if y'all like tumblers or water bottles, go check out my merch page. It's listed down in the description below. Um, I've got those. I got mugs. I got notebooks, totes, weekender totes. Um, just all kinds of really neat gift ideas. Phone cases, tough cases, magnetic tough cases. So that you can, it's got the little magnet built into the case so you can stick it to your magnet mounts and stuff. Just tons and tons and tons of really cool things in my store. I tried to come up with a good selection of things that people can use. And soon I will be ordering some at a lower cost. Or I can order samples as the shop owner. I can order samples at a lower cost. I'm going to get some samples to show off on here because I think they are absolutely marvelous. And those of you not in my Patreon, you're missing out on the rock tumbling journey. I just uploaded week 4 of the rock tumbling. I got one more week to go on one of the barrels, which I have not been updating since the past 2 weeks on that barrel. But I've got 2 barrels right now that are about to go into final polish on the next update. And it's got some really beautiful rocks in there that I just can't wait to see how they turn out. But that's only on my Patreon, y'all. Y'all gotta go to Patreon. And I think when I get done with the rocks, I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do for my next Patreon exclusive, but it'll be something. I might do a day at work with me. Get to see what I do all day. Of course, there'll be certain things I can't film, or if I do, I've got to do some heavy editing to blur out faces and beep out names, those sort of things. But that can be done. But I think that'd be interesting. A look into what I do all day. All right, I got 60 y'all, but nobody's talking. Come on, y'all. That's why we have a chat over there. I've been spending the past couple days an awful lot of time in a Facebook group called Diamond Art Painting Fun Group, I think is the name of it. Wow. I forgot what it was like to be a new diamond painter. Oh yeah. Speaking of, um, because of that group reminded me, everybody in that group is buying Temu diamond paintings. Which, okay, let me start off with I'm now a Temu affiliate. Fitting. So, if you look in my description down below, you will see my link and my code. if you are not already a Temu customer and don't have the app, you can use my link to go download the app. I get money for that. So I get paid for you downloading the app off my link. Plus, I'm an affiliate. I have a code, the link. If you place an order through there, I make a little bit extra money too. When I signed up, they gave me $40 to start off with that I could use to buy merchandise. So I have merchandise on the way from Temu. I kind of did a 4th of July diamond painting haul of Temu. They'll be here soon, and I'll be able to unbox them, take a look at them for the first time, show them off. But let me tell you this, $40 buys a lot of stuff on Temu. Just saying. But yeah, if you would like to shop there, even if you already do shop there, please just save my link. Use my link to go there when you go there, and my code. It'll really help me out an awful lot. But this diamond painting group, most of them are using Temu, so they're all brand new diamond painters who just got into it because of finding diamond painting on Temu. And it's been an interesting journey through there, helping people and teaching them things, because a lot of them are just like completely underwhelmed when they finish that 30 by 30 or 30 by 40 of a beautiful vase of flowers, and it just looks like a big blob of color on the canvas. And they don't understand why it doesn't look like the picture. And they think that the company that's selling it is trying to rip them off by showing them a picture but not showing them what it actually looks like on canvas. And they think that the company's doing a bait and switch, which no, they're not. They're what you don't know, you don't know. And you just don't know that for something detailed, you need a big canvas. So I spent a good part of yesterday evening and a little chunk of today as well, basically saying that on Lord knows how many posts. Size matters, y'all. Get a bigger canvas. Problem with Temu is Temu doesn't really give you selection on the size. They sell one size, 30 by 40s, most of them, and you're not getting a very detailed painting at 30 by 40. But I'm an affiliate, so I'm not going to down. I mean, if that's your thing, do it. If that's what you like and you think it's beautiful, just like that, go for it. I know a lot of people do diamond painting just for the therapeutic part of it, which that's how I really got started, was doing it for the therapeutic part of it. But me being me, I want my final image to look like the original. Now, I know it never will fully look like that because the original picture utilizes the entire spectrum of trillions of colors. I think it's what, 25 trillion colors that the human eye can see, and 25 trillion that a computer screen can reproduce. But you're only working off of a palette of 447 colors in diamond painting, so you're never ever going to get an exact match. You'll get close, but you'll never get an exact match. But I want mine to be as close to the original as I possibly can. So it's also made me start thinking that maybe I need to do a beginner's video, like a comprehensive, all-in-one video covering everything you never knew you wanted to know about diamond painting. Starting with the basics and going up into some of the more, in-depth parts of it. It will be chaptered so that, you don't have to sit through discussions about diamond painting pens to get to the part you're really wanting to see, which is, what to do about square drills that are popping off the canvas. I mean, you'll be able to skip through the chapters and go just straight to the topic that you want. I mean, it'll be a fairly long video, but like I said, it'll be chaptered so that people can watch the parts they want to watch. I love that aspect of YouTube. I can upload it and I can create chapters. And it'll list the chapters in the progress bar across the bottom of the video. You can see the little breaks. I mean, you've seen it, I'm sure. The little breaks there, and it'll like when you hover over it, it'll tell you what that section is, what the topic for that section is. But then down in the description, it also will show a timeline basically of the video, and each chapter is a separate little thumbnail, and you can click on that chapter to see that part of it. So I think that's a good idea. Just a comprehensive guide to diamond painting. I know there's some out there that some people have done, like beginners videos that are like, 20, 30 minutes long, but they only just rarely touch on all of the details. And I'm a details person. And if I'm brand new to this and I'm trying to learn something and figure something out, there's so many things that aren't answered by all the videos that are out there. And so I think if I did it all in one, it would get a lot of hits. I mean, it would get a lot of hits because just searching, if somebody did guide to diamond painting or diamond painting tips and tricks or diamond painting for beginners, I'm willing to bet that would almost pop up at the top of the list. So, man, and I'll tell you what, my Firefly video, wow. The Firefly unboxing video that I did when I got these has been my top performing video of all time. And it's still getting every 48 hours, somewhere around 100 views every 48 hours. I am just blown away. Something hit the algorithm just right with that video, and it is just took off. It's got over 8,000 views already. And my second highest viewed video was the Framing the Unicorn video from 2019. And it only had 4,000 some views since 2019. My Firefly tray video since, I think, April or May is when I uploaded it. It's already had 8,000 hits. I am just blown away. In fact, my channel or my videos total in the past 365 days have gotten 15,000 views. I know that's kind of small potatoes for some creators. For me, that's amazing. I mean, I know there's some creators that get that in 5 minutes, but I don't think I'll ever be at the level of those creators. I mean, just because they're so established and they do something that appeals to a much larger variety of people than diamond painting does. Diamond painting community is kind of a niche community, and at some point, every diamond painting channel is going to have all the same subscribers as every other diamond painting channel. And yeah, there'll be new subscribers that come in from time to time, but eventually they'll be subscribed to all of the channels too. So the hopes of ever reaching millions of subscribers as a diamond painter or even crafting in general is probably a pipe dream at the very least. But 15,000 views in the last 365 days, and 8,000 some of them are from one video. I need to figure out what I'm doing to on that one to reproduce that for every video that I upload. So if somebody's better at the YouTube algorithm playing game than me, if you're a creator and you're better at playing that algorithm game than I am, let me know. Look at that video. Tell me what it is I did with that one that made it take off so well compared to everything else I've ever uploaded. I have no clue. Because I didn't do anything different. Oh, weird focus. Focus, focus, focus. Yeah, there we go. Where is Hank? There he is. Come on, Hank. Here, buddy. Come here. Yeah, you mad at me, huh? I know you're mad at me. You didn't like it. He didn't like being stuck in the bathroom for like 5 hours today with Arya. And again, being locked in the bathroom with Arya for 5 hours to drive anybody nuts. You about halfway? No. Um, when I get to about here, all the way across, I will be halfway. From here down underneath what's hanging, what I've already finished is a quarter. And that's a 40 by 100. So right now I'm at 40 this way, and I've still got 60 to go all the way to the other side over there. And then I've got to do 40 up all the way across 100 to be halfway, or about half. So it took me roughly 5 months to do 40 by 100 across the bottom. I'm hoping it doesn't take another 5 months to do this up here. But with the way my life's been going lately and not getting as much time to diamond paint, then it probably will. Which would make this a 2-year project. Or just about a 2-year project. Hell, by the time I get this done, my granddaughters both will be grown up and outgrown Disney. Oh, wait, got another one. Got another one there. I missed one. Okay. Do I have any of the pound sign? No, I do not see any of the pound sign. Star, yes, I have some stars. not many. Just a few. Yep. Well, see, when I bought it, Terry, I had all the time in the world to diamond paint because I had won that 150,000. I didn't work at the time. I was just doing Uber and Lyft, and that was mostly in the evenings. So all I had time to do was sit and diamond paint or build models or whatever. But I had so many things to do that I didn't sit down and just concentrate on just diamond paint. And then this one here was giving me all that trouble, of course. I mean, how many times did I have to either replace it or get the drills replaced or whatever? Um, and then it just kind of got put on the back burner for a while there, even after it got a lot done on it. It got put on the back burner due to other projects that took priority over it with, community events and things like that, that it just never got pulled back out. So it would have been done a long time ago. And now I've got it and I don't have as much time to diamond paint and I'm not getting it. Not getting it done that fast. I mean, if somebody wants to come over during the day while I'm at work and sit down and put drills on it while I'm at work, more power to you. Come on. Come hang out with Hank and Arya. Watch YouTube while you sit and diamond paint in my chair until I get home. See, Amber didn't really like this painting anyway because she saw the drill problem before I did, and so she didn't really want to work on it anymore. And so that's why it really ended up getting put away there for a while because her and I were going live together and this thing takes up the whole desk. So she would have been forced to work on this painting during the live and she didn't really want to. So it never really got pulled out that much. And of course, that working on, I didn't have this desk. All I had was my other desk and it was up against the wall. So there wasn't a whole lot of room on the desk for it. And it just kind of took over the desk when it did. And it was just a pain in the butt to roll it back up and move it out of the way to be able to do other stuff on the desk for the week. And so it just became, it became too much of a pain. Well, now I'm in a situation where I can leave it out. I can leave it set up. So that's the issue with working on giant diamond paintings, y'all. They're fun to do. They look great when they're done. But if you don't have the space to leave it set up all the time until you finish it, and you have to keep putting it away and bringing it back out, putting it away and bringing it back, it's a pain. Versus something that you can just leave sitting on the desk, a typical DAC or a bigger painting, you can just leave sitting on the desk and it's not that hard to move it out of the way if you need to. But this thing here requires me to roll it back up, stick it inside of a tube, put it back in the closet, Okay, that's all of that color. And actually, I found one of those right there. And we've got a few of that one. And I'm still not convinced that my idea of how I have dealing with the overhang on this side, I'm not really sure that that's going to work out very well because leaving it rolled like this around this desk and it's causing some of these drills to pop off like right here where the plywood is higher than I need to find something that's as thick as the light pad that I can put over here. I mean, theoretically, a second A2 light pad this thickness right over here would be perfect. Or to go to Art Dot and get that A1 light pad, that would be the ideal situation. And I still want to get that A1 from Art Dot. That's an excellent that's an excellent buy. If y'all haven't checked it out, go to Art Dot and look at their A1 light pad, and the price on that is just unbeatable for something that size. Definitely will be picking one up at some point, but hmm. Hmm. Is there some kind of like event going on live somewhere tonight that I don't know about? Or is it just because I was like 5 minutes late starting my live tonight that nobody showed up? Or is there something on TV I'm missing out on that? Hey, Michelle. I mean, last week I understand why nobody was here. I was a half hour late. I slept right up into my live. I didn't even realize it. Tonight I was only 5 minutes late. I just lost track of time. I was sitting here diamond painting, kind of unwinding after doing all of the treatment around the house and everything, and just lost track of time. I remember looking at the clock; it was like 6 o'clock, and I was like, "Okay, I still got 2 hours, so I go live." And I sat here and started diamond painting and watching YouTube, and just that 2 hours flew by, and didn't even realize it. And I looked up, and it was like 8:05. I'm like, "Oh, let me get on here and go live real quick." There was no NASCAR today. I was kind of bummed. It's the one thing I do look forward to all week is my NASCAR race on Sunday. But it's kind of funny. NASCAR races on Mother's Day. They race on Mother's Day, and this year they actually race on Easter, which was really odd because normally they used to take that off every week, or every year. But this year they raced on Easter. Normally, though, NASCAR, it's been odd throughout the years. They always took Father's Day off, but they raced on Mother's Day. Which is no different than now. Just seems kind of odd that they take one off but not the other. and especially in a sport. Well, NASCAR in general has always been a family thing because you see a lot of it, like father and son. You know, you get so many father son duos in NASCAR that were drivers, like Bill Elliott and his son Chase, Richard and Kyle Petty, um, the Burton brothers. There's the one Burton brothers' son now drives. Um, Davey and Bobby Allison. Just throughout the years, there's always been so many father son things that you would figure Father's Day would be a day that they would race. I think that's the one thing I like the most about NASCAR. It's a family sport. Like families are so heavily involved in NASCAR. Like when Bill Elliott was driving, Dale Inman, his cousin, was his crew chief. Richard Petty. Oh man, the family ties there with Maurice and Lee and all of the cousins and everything. They all worked on the car and engine builders and everything else. It's always been a family sport, not like baseball or football where it's kind of rare to see two brothers on the same football team or a father and son on a football team. It happened in baseball at least once with the Griffeys. Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr. both played for the same team at the same time. One played center field or right field. One played center field, one played left or right. I can't remember which, but yeah. But it doesn't happen that often in other sports where in racing it's very family affair. It's lots of families. Dale Jr., his dad owned his car and his cousins were his crew chief and chief engineer. Man, I knew I should have gotten stopped at McDonald's when I left PetSmart and grabbed just something. Because when I get home, I get lazy and don't feel like cooking. I was in the car and I was on my way home from PetSmart, and I when you leave PetSmart, you come out at the light, and right across the street where the light is, there's McDonald's right there across the street. And I actually thought about, hey, you know what? I think I'm gonna stop at McDonald's. And I was like, no, no, I got food at home. I'll just throw something in the air fryer when I get home. And of course, did I do that? No. I came home, I put the flea collars on the cats, and I gave them that little thing of flea treatment on their back of their neck thing. And then I vacuumed, and then I sat down to diamond paint, and nothing ever got put in the air fryer. And now I'm sitting here with my stomach growling. I'm hungry. You know what? I got a jar of ranch pickles. I might go grab them, sit here and eat them while I'm diamond painting and talking. If y'all ain't ever had ranch pickles, it sounds stupid, but Amber found this on TikTok. You take a packet of Hidden Valley Ranch mix, the powdered mix, and you dump it into a jar of dill pickle slices and shake it up really good. And it's actually amazing. You wouldn't think it would be that good, but it really is. And I don't know if any of y'all watch this guy on YouTube. I think his name on YouTube is B. Dylan Hollis. He's a skinny guy. He does a lot of shorts, and he's also on TikTok and posts the same videos as he does the shorts on YouTube. He bakes things. He's just like a baker, but he does it out of his own kitchen at home, and he bakes things that he finds in like old Depression era cookbooks. And he is so funny in his shorts because he's like kind of like manic the way he does things, but he's funny to watch. But he also does long form versions of some of these recipes where he finds that same recipe from several different eras in the cookbooks, and he tries all four of them to see which ones are better. Um, I found some interesting things I want to try by watching him. And there's some other things that he's made that I would go, who would make that? And then I got to remember that, it was Depression era food, man. They just cooked with what they had. I see there was 8 people here. 2 people now going to their kitchen to get a jar of kosher dill pickles and dump ranch dressing mix in there to see what it tastes like. Trust me, y'all, it's good. You're gonna like it. I like dill pickles anyway, just straight out the jar. So I mean, I'll sit there with a fork and eat a whole jar of dill pickle slices. But I'll sit there and eat a whole jar of olives too. Oh God, I love olives. But why is olive oil so expensive? Somebody explain that to me. Why is olive oil so damn expensive? I mean, olives grow on trees. They're not that hard to squish and make oil out of. But olive oil is always expensive. And I do a lot of cooking with olive oil, like steaks, steaks and chicken breasts. Anytime you're grilling something, you got, drizzle it with olive oil first and then put your seasonings on. I mean, are they using like special olives for this olive oil or something? I mean, is it special rare olives that you can't get anywhere else? I mean, I don't know. I can go buy a gallon of vegetable oil for less than what it costs for a little tiny bottle of olive oil. Doesn't make any sense. I don't think I have any of that color. Nope. Oh, I did miss one of those. Thank you very much. It's because I had a piece of dirt on the symbol and it looked like it was a different symbol. That's why. Do. I do have some of that one, I think. Yes. Not very many. Just a few. It's about time for me to change out my wax. My pen's getting to where I actually have to touch the drill and trade like 3 or 4 times before it picks it up. But it stands to reason because I was just a little tiny bit into this section when the last time I changed it. So I did almost that whole complete section and everything you see over here on this one with one change of the wax. So and I don't see any more of that color anyway. So I can change that color out and I'll start my new one with a new bit of wax. Yeah, you can see it. Oh my lord, it's like white on the top of it. Pull it out. There we go. Yeah, I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Yeah, you can see the top of the wax. See how it's different colored? Hi, Arya. Hi. Here she comes. Sporting that flashy new flea collar, huh? Oh, yawning. Look at you. Oh, she's going to come up here and hang out tonight. Not Hank. No, just Arya. Yeah. Yeah, here's a pretty girl, huh? Here's a pretty girl. Yeah, see, I cut the diamond off the top again. And I stuck it to the lid this time. Oh, do I have any small letter H's? I don't think so. Haven't seen any. Nope. I do have a few of those. What you doing, Art? She's just being cute tonight. Did you come visit for a reason? Is there something you need, something you want? Or are you just hanging out and being cute? Hmm? Yeah. Oh, goodness. Such a good girl. Such a pretty girl. Y'all, this is not normal for her. Oh, here comes Hank. Mr. Jealous. Really? Really? This is what we're doing now? This is what we're doing. I have an Arya and I have a Hank, and they both want to be on the desk. What? Why you look at me like that? Hmm? Hey Hank, Michelle says hi. Hmm? What you doing, Hank? What you got going on there, buddy? You got a little something on your mouth. Let me see. What you looking at me like that for, Hank? I'm sorry I had to lock you in the bathroom. Yeah, I was messing with yucky stuff that would be good for you. All right, y'all. I've got diamond painting to do here. Okay, I got people watching that are watching for diamond painting, not for cats sleeping on the diamond painting. Unless y'all really just want to watch the cats sit here and go to sleep on the diamond painting, then we can do that. But I don't think that's what people came here to watch, Hank. I don't think that's what they came here to watch, Arya. You cute little Miss Arya. I boop. I boop. I boop Hank too. Boop, boop. Oh, you're adjusting because you want to get more comfortable. I see. Okay. Come on, Hank. Hop down, buddy. Hi, Arya. Come on. You need to hop down too, baby girl. Come on. Oh, I know. There you go. Just put him down. He done took off. All right. Back to what I was doing here. Oh, I finished that color. And that's all of that color. Come on, get down in there. Get in your home. I don't have any of that one. And I don't have any of that one. Or that one. Or that one. I do have some of that one. No, Hank. No, we're not playing this game right now. You're going to get up there out of the way, okay? Okay, there you go. Is there something special you need or want right now, Hank? It's not time for anything. All right, that's all of that color. See? So that's how we do it, Hank. You're going to learn how to diamond paint one of these days. I'm going to come home and my canvas will be done. Yeah. Y'all think he can do it? I bet he can, because he is Hank. Hank the Wonder Cat. Man, there's so many here that I don't have any of those at all. Let's scoot that over. Do I have any Z's? I do not. No Y. I do have some circle L. There we go. Finally found one I do need. Hank, Hank, Hank. Something tells me that there's something this cat wants. What is it? What do you want? Why are you staring at me? What's that look for? Oh, here comes Arya again. Okay, I think that handles all of that color. Nope, one more. Hank, you realize that the people, the masses, well, all 5 of them, can't see what I'm doing here because your big head is in the way. And it was at that time his vape decided to just die on him. There. Why do y'all gotta be right up here? Hmm? Why? Why? Oh, I got an itch. That's not much better, Hank. I'm gonna have to build like a little table that sits like right over here beside me. Like that's as high as my table, but maybe it's just like a little square table. So that Hank can sit right beside me over here and out of the way and not on my diamond painting. Are you? You're okay over there. You're way out of the way. You're actually pretty good. Hank, on the other hand, you are right in my way. Hank, excuse me. Excuse me. There. He's so funny. All right. What was I working on? Oh, there's a little fly flying around here, and Arya's trying to snap at it and bite it. It's funny. It's like one of them little fruit flies, man. I hate them things. I tried, Arya. It's the only one I needed of that color anyway. Cool. I don't have any of the down arrows. Do I have any circle A? No, I don't have any of that color in here at all. I don't have any of the blue Ys. I do have some 7s. Yay, a color I need. This area is mostly purples. Different shades of purple. All right, I'm down to 4 of y'all now. Don't all run for the door at once. You create a traffic jam trying to get out. I know I'm being boring tonight anyway. I really am. I don't have a lot to talk about, and y'all ain't giving me like no topics. I kind of miss the days of when this chat just moved and moved and moved, and it was hard to keep up with. And there was always something to talk about and laugh about. And uh-oh. Hank made a weird noise in the kitchen. All right, I gotta go find out what it is. Last night, he jumped up on top of the fridge and knocked a bunch of stuff off the top of the fridge. And then refused to get down. Like, if I tried to get him down, he was like clawing at me and everything. Wasn't letting me get to try to put him down. Ooh, neighbor. Must be the neighbor's niece and nephew or something, because they don't have any kids. Neighbor next door to me is a respiratory therapist. She works nights. And I know her brother lives there with her. But they don't have no kids over there. Oh, here comes Hank again. Back up to 6 of y'all. Hello, y'all. Come on. Don't be shy, y'all. There's a chat right there. You gotta give me stuff to talk about. I don't really have a whole lot. I haven't bought anything new, so I don't have anything to show off. I've talked about all of the cool stuff I got going on. Really? Does she smell funny? Hank, is that it? Does she smell funny? I mean, you're making me forget what color I'm working on. Is this anything you all have to deal with on a regular basis? Working around the cat? And a stubborn cat at that. He's just gonna sit right there, like you're gonna have to work around me because I ain't moving. Why don't y'all go find something interesting to go look at? Find something to be curious about. Come on. No, Hank, do not get up on the refrigerator. I see you looking. All right. Oh, neat. I had another one of those. There is so much confetti in this section. Oh. It's not surprising if I miss a bunch of them. This is almost as much confetti in this section as there is in that Hank custom. I think that may be the only one of that color. But I say that, and then as soon as I put it away, I find another one. Oh, hey! Haven't seen me in a long time. Yeah, I haven't seen you around in a while. You had surgery Wednesday morning, had your ovaries and tubes removed. Wow. I'm happy today because I pooped. You know what? Every day that you poop is a good day. I'm not going to go into my poop stories, but I'm not able to every day either. So, Aria, what are you doing? What are you sniffing for? So the baby making days is done now, huh? Yeah, that's Aria. They both got flea treatments today and new flea collars, and the whole house got flea treated because somehow or another we ended up with a bunch of them. And so they're not happy because, I had to hold them down and rub them down with this stuff. Well, I used that first, and I locked them in the bathroom all day. So they're not very happy with me right now. And I'm hoping that the pesticide that I used in my carpet is what I use at work when we do a flea treatment. And that pesticide, everybody and everything has to be out of the house for like 4 hours after it's sprayed down on the floor, because it's kind of like a fogger, but it fogs the floor. You just kind of hold it upside down and spray around. And I locked them in the bathroom and put a towel across the bottom of the door really good to make sure nothing got in there to them. And I did the rest of the apartment, all the carpeted area. And then I left them in there until like 6 o'clock. And then I vacuumed really, really good out here and then let them out after I put flea collars. And I went and bought some of that pet armor. It's like about the same thing as Frontline. You put a little bit between their shoulder blades, and it's supposed to protect them for like 3 months or something. We're supposed to protect them for a month, I think. I put some of that on them as well, and they're just kind of like lethargic now. They're just like, all they want to do is be right in my face up here, sitting down. What's the matter, Arya? What's the matter, baby? You gonna be okay? We get rid of the itchy bugs, okay? They still do pregnancy tests till you're 65. Why? I mean, I guess there's probably some weird one-off case every now and then where somebody gets pregnant at that age, but why? I mean, granted, Abraham's wife didn't get pregnant until she was like 90, but that was back when people lived to like 300 years old. So, I always wonder that. I've been listening to the Bible on audiobook all week, the past couple weeks actually. I'm still in the Old Testament right now, and it makes me wonder. Back in the days of Noah and Methuselah and all of them that lived like 600, 900 years, was their year different than what our year is now? Were those 900 and some years that they lived back then actually something like maybe like 90 or 100 years now? It makes me wonder, but there is a progression, because there's that one book in the Bible where they talk about this one begat so and so and then lived another however many years. Well, if you listen to it, it tells you this guy lived like he lived till he was 60, and he begat so and so, and then he lived another 250 years. And then the one that he begat was at like 53, and he begat so and so, and then he lived another 175 years. And each one lives progressively a little bit less longer than the one before him. So it's kind of weird. Well, the oldest that we know of was 150 years old, like modern era, but Methuselah lived 976 years, I think, 967, something like that. But it makes me wonder if their years were different length than what our years are now, so that what was 900 and some years back then was actually, like 100 years of ours or 110 years of ours. I don't know. It's weird. I mean, Moses did write the first 4 books. I'm becoming interested in the book of Enoch that was left out after the Council of Nicaea. The Council of Nicaea just decided that that wasn't divinely inspired work and needed to be thrown out. But parts of what the book of Enoch actually references, some references to the stuff that's talked about in Enoch still exist in the Bible, like the Nephilim, which were angel-human hybrids. Because there's one point where when the Israelites were wandering in the desert and God said, I have a place for you, you'll be able to go from such and such to such and such will be the land I have promised to you. One of those references he makes is such and such is where the Nephilim live. And so Moses knew of them, and the ancient Israelites knew of them after they escaped Egypt. But yet the book of Enoch was left out, and the book of Enoch discusses where the Nephilim came from and the giants and the watchers. And I think that's kind of interesting. Why was that left out? And why was it decided that didn't need to be in the Bible when clearly stuff from that is referenced in books that are still in the Bible? What are they hiding from us? Yeah, it does. It really does make you wonder. Like I said, the Bible we have now that you go to the bookstore and buy or whatever is a collection of ancient scripts that a group of priests back in like the 1400s or something like that got together and said, these are the books that need to be in the Holy Bible. Anything else they considered to be non-essential or not divinely inspired. They made that judgment call on their own. And that's why we ended up with the Bible we have now. It used to be a lot more like ancient Christians in the first century BC still had something like 150 books in the Bible that they considered their Bible. But then the Council of Nicaea knocked it down to 66, the 66 we have now. And it's just kind of interesting to me is why did that group of people decide to keep the books that they decided to keep and leave out others? So I've been watching some YouTube videos about this kind of stuff. I find it fascinating. Even if you're not a religious person or you're not a Christian or you're not whatever, just learning about that side of things and how things were done and how things have changed throughout the millennia is fascinating. So I grew up, my mom had a master's in theology. Um, I grew up in a household where, my mom was in church every time the doors were open, she was in a pew. And she kind of required that of me until I guess around 16 or so. And she started allowing me to decide if I wanted to go to church. And usually the decision wasn't, do you want to go to church? The decision was, do you want to stay after Sunday school and stay for the sermon? Which normally I didn't, because I wanted to get home and make sure I got the beginning of the NASCAR race. And most of the time back then they started at 12 and church was just letting out at 12. And sometimes the pastor got long winded and he'd go until 12:15. And then there was the obligatory hanging around and shaking hands with everybody and talking to everybody. And on the way out, that it took you like a half hour to get out the door. So I decided not to stay for the sermons. And I didn't have to go on Tuesday nights again anymore. Our church service was Tuesday nights or Wednesday nights. I can't remember, when I was a kid. And so I didn't have to go to the night services anymore, the Sunday night services either. My mom did, but I didn't. But she was on the church board too, so. No, it wasn't Baptist. It was Wesleyan. I grew up in a Wesleyan household. I mean, it still falls under the evangelical. It's still an evangelical denomination. It's just not as strict as the Baptists, and it's not as structured as the Lutheran, because the Lutheran still kind of adheres to a lot of the Catholic stuff, with communion and, well, I mean, we did communion, but we only did it once a quarter. We didn't do it every single service. Um, we were like Baptist light, is the best way to put it. Just your basic Christian believing church. Like if I went to like a non-denominational church now, it would be a lot like the Wesleyan church that I grew up in. And yes, I'm still a believer. I'm still a Christian. I just don't go to church every Sunday because I don't feel that my personal walk with God and relationship with Jesus depends on me sitting in a building with a bunch of other people who are constantly judging every move I make and everything I wear and every time I sneeze, that, that kind of thing. I just don't see the need for that when I can do that on my own at home in my own time in my own way. Going to taking a leave. I haven't taken a leave since I started doing Kratom. I used to take 2 a leave every morning. And I woke up. But now kratom has the same effect. It has the same amount of pain killing. I love my kratom. I think I'm going to switch over to white vein kratom to get away from the green vein, though. The green vein doesn't have as much pain killing variety, but it has better on energy. And I've noticed lately that the green vein actually has had the reverse effect on me. Like if I take a dose of kratom when I'm at work, and then I have a long drive ahead of me, I start falling asleep at the wheel, and I can't be doing that. So I think I've built a tolerance to the green to the point where I need to start taking white in order to overcome that tolerance. I have one of these. Right there. Man. Got something like probably a cat hair that keeps tickling my nose hairs. Yeah, don't mix those up. But see, if you're a woman and the guy says, "Not tonight, I got a headache," you say, "Oh, I'll go get you a couple of Aleve." Guarantee after you give them those, the headache goes away. Ooh, boy, my neighbors are rough with that door when they shut it. It literally shakes my wall every time they shut their door. Oh, come on. I've got like a cat hair. I think something tickling the outside of my nose. Aria is really comfortable sitting here sleeping like this. She don't never sleep on my desk. Aria, is she even waking up? Are you alive? Okay. All right. Are you okay? Hmm? You never sleep on my desk. Yeah, you don't never sleep on my desk. Why are you sleeping on my desk now? Hold on. You know. You know. No, she's had a rough day. Her and Hank both had a rough day. Like I said, they've been locked in the bathroom most of the day together, so. And then they both got traumatized getting flea treatments done and flea collars put on, and I'm hoping that all that pesticide I used out here on the carpets, I'm hoping that's not affecting them negatively. But they're both acting kind of lethargic and weird right now. But I'm trying to monitor them to make sure, because I did vacuum it up really, really good, like I was supposed to. Like, you're supposed to let it sit on there 4 hours and then vacuum it up, and then you can let the cats back out, it says. So that's what I did, but I'm kind of hoping it didn't have some kind of negative effects on them. But I mean, it's like Arya never, ever sleeps on my desk. And Hank is usually always front and center. Well, he has been tonight for a while, but there's not been enough room for him. I've been putting him down because he wants to sit right here. Yeah, I think she's okay. You okay, baby? You okay? She's just sleepy. She's just sleepy. Come here. I know. Come here. I got you. I got you. Yeah. There you go. I think she might be coming into heat too. I got you. You okay? I'm not used to her being like this. Hello, Arya. Okay, calm down. I know she likes to groom Hank a lot and lick him. And after I gave him his flea treatment, because I use that stuff that you put on the back of their shoulder blades, it's like a little pouch of drops that you put there. I used some of that, and I noticed that when I let him out of the bathroom, his looked like she had been grooming him there. And I hope she didn't ingest it. Let's see. Oh, okay. All right, that makes sense. Haha. Google is my friend. Um, the topical flea treatments aren't toxic if ingested and tend to taste bad to discourage that from happening. They can cause systemic reactions of lethargy and decreased appetite, however. That makes sense. There we go. So they're not permanently damaged, they're just sleepy right now. Now I'm not as worried. Yeah, I will keep a watch on it. Okay, so for those of you that weren't here earlier, I'm going to go over it again. I am now a Temu affiliate. In my description down below, there is a link and a code you can use. If you do not have the Temu app yet and have not signed up over there, if you use my link to go and sign up, I get a little bonus for that, for a referral. And if you order, I get a commission off of things that you order using my link and my code. So check it out down in my description down below. And if you haven't already, go take a look at my merch shop. I have plenty of cool things in there that's a little something for everybody. I got stickers and pet shirts and people shirts and mugs and tumblers and water bottles and totes and weekender totes and phone cases. Lots and lots of things for you to check out. Some of them are themed with Hank on them, and some of them are themed with just my logo. Some of them are part of the I Heart DP line. A little something for everyone there. You have Temu, but you're Canadian. I don't see where that affects anything as far as I'd still get a commission off anything. I mean, can Canadians not use Temu? I mean, basically, I would still get credit for if you use my link to go shopping there and put my code in. I would still get credit for it no matter where you're at. And then also, if y'all haven't checked it out yet, I do have Patreon. You know, you can become a member for as little as $5 a month at my Patreon. And over there, you're getting videos of things that I do that aren't diamond painting. Like right now, we're currently into the 4th week of a rock tumbling cycle. Got some pretty rocks in there. You get to watch them go from just a raw rock to a pretty little polished rock. And it's done. But you get to see the process of what I do to make those pretty little polished rocks. When that series is over with, I'm either going to clean off this other desk over here, maybe put together a model, maybe go through some of the stuff I do when I build models. Maybe I'll film a day at work. Maybe do some cross stitch. I don't know. Maybe even play some games. I don't know. Well, I can't really play the games because I need an internet connection for that. But yeah, that's my Diamond Dave Does Stuff channel. That's not a channel. It's my Patreon. So you get basically a behind the scenes look at my life outside of diamond painting. And the links are all down in the description below. Should be right at the top of the description, as a matter of fact. And if y'all are wondering, all of the tools and accessories that I use are all listed in links down below as well. And I do have a Temu haul on the way because when I signed up to be an affiliate, they gave me $40 to spend however I want so that I can feature some Temu products and generate some more interest that way. So when those come in, I'll be making a video. It's basically a 4th of July Temu haul that I put together. $40 American buys a lot of stuff on Temu. Let's put it that way. I got a pretty big ship coming. Of course, the more y'all that watch that and interact with that video, the more free money I get to buy more stuff to show on the channel, which I think that's what I've been lacking here lately because of the financial situation I've been in. I haven't been able to buy a lot of new things, so I don't have a lot of other video content coming out on the channel because I don't really have anything else to show. So that'll really help me out with the channel. It'll help give me other things to upload and put up there. Uh, and of course, if you buy things through Timo using my link, I get some actual money for that, and that'll help me out being able to have things to buy to feature on the channel in other places. So yeah, you definitely be helping the channel out a lot. Just check out Timo. Hello, J Rob. I'm gonna message you on Facebook, J Rob. I got an idea, but I want to run it by you first because it has to do with something with you, not like with you, but that kind of remotely involves you and something you've done. And that sounds bad, but it's not. I promise. Well, thank you for the thumbs up. I now have just as many thumbs up as I have maximum numbers of viewers on this live tonight. I've only had like a maximum of like 6 people all night. I don't know what's going on. I think my channel's dying. No, you haven't. No, actually, it's kind of expanding on something that you've already done for the community. And I wanted to make sure it was okay with you before I do it. Oh, yeah, it's big help. Okay. Since there's only 7 people here, um, what I want to do is I've been hanging out like a diamond painting group that's like nothing but brand new beginners that have found diamond painting due to Timo. Okay. And they really know nothing about the diamond painting as far as, things to do and things. And you wrote the book, literally wrote the book. And so I was thinking about expanding on that by like maybe doing like a video version of your book, not using your book exactly, but doing a video version of it and like breaking it up like so that it's done in chapters so that you can scrub forward to this chapter about canvases or scrub forward to this chapter about accessories or pens or whatever. So, just like an all encompassing beginner's guide to diamond painting. And I thought about I could do this and then I could also recommend your book to them for a text form of it. But see, I knew you wrote the book on doing that type of thing as far as the book goes. So I wanted to make sure I cleared it with you before I did that. And I was doing better, J Rob. Like I was doing really good when I first came back. I was getting like 20, 22 people on a typical night. But here in the past 2 weeks, it's just been, 7, 8, 9, struggling to get to 10. And I don't understand it. Am I being that boring? Well, last week I had an excuse. Last week I actually overslept. I fell asleep sitting here in my chair, and I got woke up by a pink poodle, Ashley, calling me saying, "Hey, you're supposed to be live right now." It was like 8:30. I slept a half hour into my live. Um, Tonight I was only like 5 minutes late. I just lost track of time sitting here diamond painting. I did flea treatments on the house and the cats today, and sat down to diamond paint about 6, and just lost track of time. Didn't realize till after 5 after 8 that I'm supposed to be live right now. Oh wow. Okay, that makes sense then. It just seemed odd because, like, 3 weeks ago, I'm sitting here with, 22 peak concurrence, 24 peak concurrence, and now it's like my peak concurrence is like 7 and 8. I mean, I haven't put out very much new content lately either. I don't have a lot of new video content because financially I just haven't been able to buy diamond painting. So I have nothing new to do. I'm running out of ideas. Oh, I'm out of Monster. I'm going to go grab another one. I'll grab a Mountain Dew. Yeah, Hank took off running in the kitchen. I went to the kitchen. He thought it was time for him to get something special. Yes, it is, J. Rob. It is massive. And I'm a quarter of the way done with it. I did a 100 by 40 section already, and that's a quarter of the way done with it. It's 100 by 165 finished product. So actually, once I finish this strip all the way across, I'll actually be a quarter. But 160, 40 centimeters out of 5 is actually kind of a quarter. Plus, that's the canvas size. The painting size is actually about 5 centimeters less in each direction. So I am about a quarter of the way done. I have a picture of what it looks like. Let me find it here. Yeah. There it is with a yardstick laying across the bottom of it. And now I'm actually working on this part up here where the tray is sitting. Whoa. Boy, that's a huge picture. Yeah. So where the tray is sitting up here is what I'm working on now. Yeah, but the problem is I don't have anything to give away. Like, I can't afford to buy things to give away to people. And I really do hate asking. I hate asking, like, people that make things to, if they want to give me things to give away to people. I really hate doing that. I don't know why. I just feel awkward. I mean, that's one thing I will say about TSA was Rachel was always willing to sponsor events and things like that, and was always willing to send out free stuff for events and giveaways and everything else. But I just find it hard and awkward to ask people to do that. It's not in my nature. It's the same way with me at work. I'm supposed to collect on every stop I do. Like, I'm supposed to collect at time of service. And I have the hardest time asking these people for money, even though I just performed a service for them. I have the hardest time saying, okay, how are we going to take care of this today? I want your money now. Ah, okay, yeah. I'll do that as a release thing for the video I'm going to do. I'm going to start filming that video this week. That's going to be a pretty in-depth project though, because it's going to be a multi-part filming. Like I'll do an intro, and then I'll start going into different things that you can do, different ways of like fixing problems on canvases and stuff like that. Um, Going over sizes in relationship to detail and the differences between rounds and squares and all of that stuff. But I'm going to demonstrate each thing instead of just talking about it and saying this is how you do it. I'm going to demonstrate each and every thing so that way they can see it and see it done. So it's going to be a lot of filming and a lot of editing. And so I think when I go to release that, then I can maybe even add that into the end of the video, or add that in as part of the video, maybe even in the intro. I don't know. And then announce that, hey, next Sunday I'll be live. I'm gonna have J Rob. She wrote this book. There we go. That's an idea. See, I'm always thinking, but then the problem is I think about it, and it's at a really inopportune moment when I'm at like work or something, and I can't do anything about it, and then I forget by the time I got home. Because I spend a lot of time driving at work, like driving between towns, between stops, stuff like that. And I have a lot of time to think. Okay. Oh yeah, you'll have plenty of notice. Ooh, it's storming outside. I thought I heard thunder. I thought it was people upstairs moving stuff across the floor. We just had some. I mean, okay, I know Ashley, Pink Poodle. Y'all keep her in your thoughts. She's okay. I think she just got her power back today. They've been out of power for a few days there. She lives where she lives. They had some really nasty storms, um, hurricane force winds and storms. That's rough. Um, a little town just outside Tuscaloosa, just to the west of us here on I-20, Foster's and Ralph. Yes, we have a town named Ralph in Alabama. I think that's funny. Ralph got pretty beat up, and Foster's did too. They got a lot of trees down. They got like 100 power poles are down, and so they're cleaning up the mess out there right now. It's probably about, I don't know, 10 miles from me right now where I'm at. So we've been having some nasty storms all over the country. It's because I watch Ryan Hall, y'all. It's because there was a really weird pattern for the jet stream that has been dominating the U.S. weather for the last, I don't know how long. And it's created this like barrier that's kept all of the activity out to the west, and it can't get past the midsection of the U.S. And now that the El Nino has now flip flopped into a La Nina, and it's caused that jet stream to go back to a more normal northern route that it normally goes, and it doesn't dip down into the center of the US. So now that barrier isn't there. So now we're getting all of that storm stuff and all of that instability that we would have gotten 2 months ago. And so it's like just regularly everyday thunderstorms here. And I know Louisiana, Oklahoma, Texas have been getting hit pretty good. So it's been rough. Luckily here we haven't had anything major. Like I said, Ralph did. We got some strange town names in Alabama, y'all. We got Cuba. We got Ralph. We got Gordo. Coker. Yeah. Coker. But I always thought Ralph is funny. They got a big sign coming in. Welcome to Ralph. There is absolutely nothing in Ralph. It is like a very rural community. And we got a town here called Demopolis. And Demopolis is so funny. Demopolis, I saw one of the Demopolis cop cars. Imagine a smart car decked out in police colors with Demopolis police on the side of it. They got smart cars for cop cars down in Demopolis. I had to laugh. I had to laugh when I saw it. I'm like, yeah, okay. Remind me that I can speed through this town because he ain't catching me. Yeah, I've been wanting to do some more giveaways. I really have. I've been trying to like hold off on the giveaways until I hit 2,000 subs to do it for a reason that, I was kind of actually what I was kind of trying to do is I was trying to get myself back to where I was monetized with my watch hours. See, I've already got the amount of subs I need, but because I took that year off, my watch hours dropped. I mean, I didn't have any watch hours. Well, I had some. I mean, people were still kind of watching my videos, I guess, when I wasn't making any, because they were just finding them in YouTube searches. But my watch hours dropped to nearly nothing, so I'm still struggling to get those watch hours back. I need to get them back up above 4,000. I'm at like 2.7K right now. Um, that's kind of why I did the 24-hour live for my 4-year anniversary. And maybe I should have done a giveaway during that for my 4-year anniversary. I think at my 5-year, I'm going to do a big giveaway. Yeah, I know. I was doing good with my thumbnails for a while. Like the one I'm doing now, like the thumbnail I have up for this one is kind of nice. I had to make this one. All I'm going to say is that Firefly video I made, I said it earlier. I made that back in early May or late April and uploaded it. And it has got 8,000 some views since then. It's the most viewed video in my channel in the 4 years I've had it. Before that, the previously most viewed video that I had was 4,000 and some views. It was the one where I framed the unicorn painting I did. And the only reason that one got that many views was because I tried out. I saw a company that said, you give us X amount of dollars and we'll guarantee you so many views and so many subs or whatever. And I was still trying to get above 1,000 subs at that point. And I paid like $20 to this company, and I got like 1,500 views in like one night on it. But otherwise, that one was my previously best performing video. But that Firefly tray unboxing hit the algorithm just right or something, because in the month and a half, 2 months that it's been up there, it's got 8,000 views and it's become the most viewed video on my channel. And it accounts for more than half of the total views in the last 365 days. One video. I would like to know how to do that on every video. What, that it's game changing? See, now I don't know about all that, the titles and I mean, I can make good thumbnails. I really can. I've gotten lazy here lately, but I can make good thumbnails. I mean, I'm a photo, that's what I do. Is like in my spare time, I love doing graphic design. Half the time though, I end up editing the video and it takes so long to get it all edited together and everything that it's like, oh God, I gotta sit here for another hour and make a thumbnail. But that is something I will work on. I've been meaning to work on that too. So it's, yeah, but yeah, that Firefly video is still getting, when I open up analytics, it shows me the last 48 hours and it's still hitting like 100 views every 48 hours. I'm blown away by it. But then again, I did post that video in uh, Firefly's group, and I posted it, I think, in one other group somewhere. But a lot of these groups don't let you post your videos, like that beginners diamond painting group. I'm gonna have to get special permission in order to post that video there if I want to. But that's what I'm really making it for, is like the people that are type of people that are in that group. But I don't know how many times they'll ask a question, and the answer for it I'll have in one of my videos that I've already done in the past 4 years. And I could easily go in and just copy and paste the link into the comments and be done with it. But I don't want to get booted out of the group for doing it. Oh, another cat hair. Man, where'd they come from? It's like I just sat here and picked all the cat hair off. And I look down and there's another one. And the cat hadn't even been up here. Oh, it's storming out there. My backpack sprayer is in the back of the truck. That means it's going to get all, the straps are going to get all wet again. So tomorrow, the first time I have to use it, I'm going to be all wet. Ugh. Love my job. Love my job. I love my job. I love my job. I have to keep reminding myself I love my job. You know what? It actually is kind of nice being an exterminator, because there's times I need stuff here that I can't afford to have an exterminator come out and do it. I do it myself now. I've got all the stuff I need parked right outside. I think that's all of that color. Yes. And I'll tell you what, these things are a game changer. If y'all have not checked out Firefly, please go do so. I'm sure Matt and Emily will be grateful you did. But they got some really awesome new trays that just came out, and I am blown away. I want to get one. It's called the Traveler Switch. It's got a little flip open spout. The trash drill tray comes out and sits over to the side. It's got the pen holder, but it folds open, and then it's got trays inside of trays and more trays inside of it. It's like one of those Russian nesting dolls. It's kind of really cool. I will eventually get one. They're like, I think their asking price on those is like $72, but it's well worth it for the amount of 3D printed stuff you get. It's it's like 7 trays or something. It's ridiculous amount of trays. But the Flint X is a really good deal too, for like $22 for 2 of these. Is one of the best deals in the diamond painting community. If I'm being honest. And I hope they're not selling themselves short by charging that little bit for it. Hey, Caden. Yeah, I love their stuff. I really do. If I could have one of everything they've got, I'd be happy. I mean, I say that, but I only use one tray at a time. But I'm gonna tell you now, if I had 100 of these stacked on each other like this, each one of them with a little label on it with what drills it is, I would set them all up right here, and I would just be able to grab the tray I needed, and it's got all of the drills in it I need. Got a black tray. Oh wow. Cutting strawberries. Are you gonna send some strawberries down this way, J Rob? I love strawberries. I haven't had fresh strawberries since my mom passed away. My mom used to do fresh strawberries. She would cut them and put them in sugar and water, and it would make its own syrup. And she put them in the fridge. Oh, I miss it. I mean, I know I can do it myself. Just too lazy. Too lazy and too broke. And I think I am coming to the retreat next year, J Rob. Make sure you hold me a spot when sign ups start, because I'd like to be able to come next year. I didn't get my paperwork done in time this year. But that was probably because I was so late coming back that everything was already booked up before I even realized that you had a form to fill out. By that time, I'll be in a much better position financially that I can afford to do it. because there's so many of y'all out there I want to meet, like in real life. Like I look forward to meeting J Rob. I look forward to meeting T-Mall, of course. I think everybody wants to meet T-Mall. She's like this celebrity that she doesn't even realize she's a celebrity, you know? Oh, that's all of those. Okay. There's so much confetti in this section. Yeah, Berta does seem like a lot of fun. Good morning from the Netherlands. Hello. I don't think I've ever had a Netherlands person in my life. I know I've had Germany. I think I had somebody from Germany once. And of course, I've had Australia because Koala Crafts pops in. I've had the UK. And I've had Tasmania and Canada. So welcome from the Netherlands. Awesome. I've even had possible celebrities. I don't know if any of y'all were around back in back in the day. Like 2020, I think it was. Had a guy kept popping in who claimed to be Peter North. Yes, Kate, and the UK isn't just England. The UK is the British Isles. It's England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. It's that whole Commonwealth of islands there around England. It's not a dumb question. A lot of people don't know that. But yes, the main country in the UK is England. But yeah, most people that say I'm from the UK, they're from England, but it does include Scotland, Ireland, and Wales as well. And there might be another part there. I think those are the main four countries. I'd love to go there one day. I think it'd be fascinating. My one of my bucket list trips. Well, I've got three of them. One is Alaska. I want to do a road trip to Alaska. Um, I want to drive up the Alcan Highway and then drive as far into the interior of Alaska as I can. And then Australia is one of my bucket list trips. I want to see Australia. And I want to go to Israel. I want to go to Jerusalem and the Sea of Galilee and Capernaum, down to Edom and see Petra while I'm there. I think that would be a fascinating trip. 'Cause I've been watching a lot of biblical archaeology stuff lately, and I find that just amazing. And of course, I just listened to the Left Behind series of novels again for like the fifth or sixth time, and a lot of that takes place in that area, like Jerusalem and uh, the Middle East, the Holy Land area, as they call it. And it'd be really nice to have a reference to be able to say, "Oh, okay, I know where that is. I know what they're talking about there." Hi, can I help you? Or did you just come to be in the way? How's business going? Business is interesting. I kill a lot of bugs, spray a lot of houses, meet a lot of people. Um, Nothing really interesting happens though. I mean, it's like I did almost get attacked by a German Shepherd, yes, the other day, and I did get stung by a bee on Thursday. Um, Stupid me, poking at a bee's nest that I should have known was a bee's nest by the sound it was making, but I didn't know it was a bee's nest until the bees came out of it. I got zinged pretty good on my right up here on my shoulder um, before I even realized it was a bee's nest. I guess one came out and just the old proverbial beeline straight for me, and it went in my shirt and got me before I even knew it. The German Shepherd was another story. Part of the service instructions in that house said call ahead so that she could put her dogs up or put her dog up. And I was like, okay. I called ahead and told her, hey, I'm about 10 minutes out. Never got an answer back. Well, they put the dog up and she wasn't even home. I guess she got her husband to do it because he was home. She put the dog up, but they put the dog in the garage. Now, part of my spray is I go out in the garage and I spray the garage. Well, they didn't tell me that there's this German Shepherd out there that does not like people that aren't in that family. And I opened up that garage door from inside the house and tried to get ready to take a step out in that garage. And here come this giant German Shepherd. Looked like a police dog. I mean, it looked like a police trained dog. Come at me, barking, snarling, growling, drooling, and I'd slammed the door in its face, said a few choice words that maybe I shouldn't have said, and checked my drawers. And the guy was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I forgot he was in the garage." Should have told you not to go out there. Yeah, now you tell me. Now that I'm awake. But no, my business is a lot of fun. It's the job itself, what I do is great. I don't like all of the crap that goes with it. I'm not a secretary. I'm not very good at secretarial things. Wow, that thunder literally shook the floor. And it's still rumbling. That same, wow, that was a good one. But I'm not a secretary, and I'm not good at secretarial things. And yet, my job is not only do I have to go do the service, I have to schedule them myself. And I've got 200 stops a month that I have to schedule myself. I have to call them, schedule them, organize the whole thing. And if anybody knows me, they know that I am about the least organized person in the world. I'm horrible at organization and time management. Um, and then they just give me an app with all of these names in it on there, and I have to organize them. And my area is so large. My service area for my route is so large that I've got about 10 or 12 different towns that I service. And all of these towns are some distance away from home here. Now I've got a bunch of people here in home too, in Tuscaloosa that I do. But most of them are in towns anywhere from a half hour to an hour and a half away. And it's up to me to figure out what days I need to go to what towns based upon what the customers want. Like I got this customer that prefers to be end of the month, and I got this customer that prefers third Thursday of the month in this town, and I got one over in this town that wants to be the first Wednesday. But the first Wednesday, I also have to be at these apartment complexes an hour away somewhere else. And it's just like, how do I organize all of these people and make everybody happy and do my job and still actually get it all done without skipping anybody by the end of the month? Because if I skip people, I get rode up like I did last month. And it's just like I'm not good at that. I actually almost asked the boss last month. I was like, can I hire myself a secretary to do all this for me? I'll just go run the route. I have somebody else like at home using my app and calling people on my behalf. No, but the funniest story I do have is like the one house I went to. The girl was home. I'd say she's probably 25, 26. Her parents are paying for her pest control, but she's living by herself. I guess she's buying a house. I go to her house and I go to spray, and I ask people when I walk in. And the first thing I ask them is, "Have you had any problems since the last time we were out?" And then the second question I ask is there any room that you don't want me to go to today? And she goes, "No, no, you can go anywhere you want to go." And I think she forgot to put some devices away in the bedroom because they were still laying on the bed when I went in to go spray it. There were some devices there, and it's my job to just ignore those things and continue working as if I didn't see them. Like the customer who had roaches, and I went in and I'm baiting. She said that my husband finds them around his desk all the time. And he's got a desk there. He's kind of a gamer. So he's got his computer desk there with his computer and everything. And, you know, if you've ever had roaches, you know they like to live in drawers. They like to, you have to go in the drawers to bait the inside of the drawers because roaches love to be in drawers. And I opened up the guy's drawer on his desk, and that dude must have had 2 pounds of weed in the damn drawer. I'm just like, oh, never mind. I don't need to mess with that. And I just kind of carry on. She's like, yeah, don't mind my husband's stash here. I'm like, hey, he's got a nice stash. Like, I wasn't going to say nothing, but now that you bring it up. Oh, guess what, y'all? It is 2 hours and 59 minutes. I have reached the 3 hour mark. That means that's why Hank is being the way he is, sitting in my lap and being in my way, because he knows what time it is. Because I swear Hank has a clock, and he knows how to read clocks. So I can get to finish this these last few drills of this color up, and then I must go take care of his needs, because Hank is a needy boy. He thinks he is anyway. This cat don't need nothing. He's got everything he needs. I think that's it for that color. Well, I got a lot done tonight. Let's see if I put some shadow on it. You might be able to see, or take the bright light away. It's nice to be into the towers and the actual subject of the painting instead of just that water at the bottom. Because like I said earlier in the live, when you got 10 different shades of blue and that's all you're working with for 5 months, you get tired of, even if blue is your favorite color like mine, you get tired of seeing it after 5 months of 10 different shades of it. You're glad to get on to the yellows and the purples and the maroons and oranges and stuff like that. All right, y'all. Well, again, go check out my merch shop. Got all kinds of stuff, something for everybody. That's down below. Check out my Temu link and my code. Just got that the other day, so that's brand new. And go check out my Patreon. $5 a month, and you get to see all the stuff that Diamond Dave does that isn't diamond painting. Right now, we're doing a rock tumbling extravaganza over there. So everybody gets to follow along with how regular rocks become shiny rocks over a month and about a month. Thank you, J. Rob. Hugs and love back. And I will see y'all again next Sunday night. I think next Sunday night. It might be a race next Sunday, but I don't know. I don't know. I have to check that out. But as it stands right now, I'll see y'all next Sunday night. Same time, same place. Maybe there'll be a lot more of y'all. I don't know. Hopefully. And till then, rock on, y'all, and roll tide. Oh, hey, Cajun. Sorry. Sorry, you got here just as I was going, but it's good to see you.